That boy said, I got a Dollar
Bro,
Tree mic.
I do, bro. Bro, I do got the Dollar Tree mic, bro.
A Dollar Tree mic.
That's not Dollar General, my fault. My
Nigga.
mom got
You
me
trap.
like 4 of them.
Nigga. Nigga.
I
I'm
got
crying.
all types of colors. I got black, red, gold.
Well, you got all types of colors for what?
My Dollar General headphones.
Bro, stop playing.
I promise you. I got blue, red, gold, and I got black. Promise you.
You got.
Yeah, this crazy.
Bro, shut up, bro.
Bro, I promise you I'll send you a picture, bro. It's all wired headphones, bro. I promise you I will show you, bro. Bro, it's hard out here, bro. Hard times out here, bro. Yeah, but like, I just can't hear it out my monitor. Like, you know, so I had to get a mic.
Bro said he had to get a mic.
I'm a invest soon. Whenever basketball season, then I get a job. You feel me?
Mm.
It's a really nice job making the play. And you think about all the success they've had with Baker Mayfield, Jalen Hurts, and Kyler Murray in recent years. But a big reason why those guys had success was they had big-time players on the perimeter getting open and making plays too.
Y'all
It
out.
wasn't just all the quarterback position. They brought in some big-time players from high school at the receiver spot. This guy is no different. He has a chance to be the next great Sooner receiver.
Caleb, you want to play tours or something?
You said what?
Want to play tours or something before I get off?
Right.
Where you trying to go, man?
Oh, he's so lame. Because you got 9 defensive can't go. Oh, don't even matter.
What is my free throw, though? I got a 75 free throw. Yes, sir. Play a couple games before I get off. You feel me? Invite me again. Kaden. I just know you heard me say your name. No, what are you doing? Invite? What are you having? This time around, you always want to have a function.
Now you can't go for it, dickhead.
Say what? That's even worse. Get-togethers and functions are even worse.
Damn.
Cause a get-together is just... You feel me? A kickback. You feel me? It's just worse.
Got no dub, nigga. Dubs, nigga.
Yes. I'd rather you go to a party than a kickback. Yes. What do you mean, why? Cause it'll be like, yeah, we going to the park with it. Let's do it. Cause yeah, hey, that's your opinion, by the way. Where you at, Caleb? What court?
One, I'm right behind you, and two, all the courts are full. So
You said what?
if all the courts are full,
All right, it's cool. Jesus, jeez. Oh yeah, I got kicked out. Yep, never mind, bro. It's alright, bro.
right now.
Just booted me to the main menu, dog.
Everybody said they booted you.
Bro, it said I said log in some. Clicked on it and it booted me out, bro. Bro, I give up, Caleb, bro. It's alright, bro. It's alright, bro. Dad, who is NGAAU?
NG what?
Who is NG
These
Next
kids suck.
Generation Up?
These kids suck. Marcus,
That's the
if you
that's the
don't
dude
put
that coaches at Paulding County. What about him?
Oh, cause they had followed me the other day. I was asking.
Oh,
kids suck,
Are they good?
no.
yeah. They independent. They're not that good.
Oh.
Nice compliment.
Yo, that was hey Caleb. You were saying no?
I thought you was asking about these people in this court.
Oh no, I'm not there, bro.
Bro, hurry, bro.
Bro, I gave up, bro. I don't want to play no more, bro. I'm joining, bro.
It's too late. They already got the court.
Oh, oh my goodness, bro. I told you, bro. I gave up, bro. It booted me to the main menu. I don't know if you thought I was playing or not.
They done got the damn court already.
It is what it is, dog. Try again later tonight, bro. Sorry, dog. This dude is not tough. How do I tell him? Are the what's the name still in here? Or that was last season? Oh, that was last season.
Wants to throw on third down. Got his man downfield. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
That's why the bullet pass is so important. Sometimes these defenses, they don't
Well,
give you
let's
big
just
windows to throw
triple,
into. You
double,
want to take that chance, but you
quadruple,
cannot
triple,
lob that
triple,
football down the field and get it in there. Nice use of the bullet pass, my friend.
quadruple, duple, papupu. You feel me? Yo, what is Mike? I forgot I was even on the phone with Micah, bro. Man, it's working currently. He's working currently, by the way. I tell you.
Walking your truck and take over your truck.
Oh, now we were saying that when we beat South Florida.
They suck.
What?
South
No, they
Florida
don't.
sucks.
No, they don't. They were 6-0.
In what?
What do you mean? In what?
Y'all beat them. How was they 6-0?
They were 6-0
I'm saying y'all
until
beat
we
them at
beat them.
Kennesaw.
Yeah, until we beat them.
At Kennesaw, I'm saying earlier they couldn't be 6-0 back then.
They were. I swear they were 6-0. We beat them. That was their first loss ever, and then they lost like two more games, and then we played them. We beat them again. That's why they care so much. They were second in the region.
But that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the
So now we're second in the region.
finally throw it, that's when you take advantage. He's going to let one fly down the middle.
midfield and got a
Falussus
simple interception.
triple bubble bubble
Sometimes the quarterback puts that
double
zip
bubble
on it and you can hear
hubba
it.
bubble.
Sometimes he uses the lob wedge where it takes a little time to get there. That time he used the lob wedge and the defender came in and made the interception. Big play for this defense.
You'll take 4 yards on first down
Just
every
like
time.
this
Second and 6.
one.
That's a really nice
Like
play.
this
It's impressive. When it's
one.
first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get
All
some
right, got
momentum
two
going
more. I
and
need
attack and find a little boost for your life.
135 bottle cap.
That's the end of the quarter, and it's
Okay,
in the end.
it's a
And
lot of
we've come
darn
to the
bottle
end of the
caps,
first
but
as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second.
this is better. Is this OP marking article? But let's just triple.
Offense in a
That's
bunch
tough.
formation. The RPO, it's complete. And a big
Let's just
hit at the
triple.
end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
Oh, I need the prestige.
They've got it at the 37. It's first and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Hit hard just as he released
I don't
it.
understand
First
how
down and just couldn't get it to the
I was
receiver.
more getting this pressure like
It's a
that.
Who's
really
playing
good job
that,
by
Meta?
this defense. Complete
Nah,
defensive effort when the backup
college.
makes the quarterback hold the
I just
football
don't
a
understand how he's
little
getting this
longer than
pressure.
he
This
wants
D
to,
line
and then the
must be kind
pass
of
rush
crazy.
gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Looking for a gap. It's Stoneburner.
If I wasn't lagging, I would have scored. Like, how did I start lagging?
Defense is able to stop it.
Damn, this bullshit.
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. Looking to throw for it. Makes the grab. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
And man, the big fellas up front, they
Yo.
don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Stoneburner. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown Bears! Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that drive didn't have to cover a lot of ground, going 47 yards. And they finished it off with an exclamation point, running it in from the 19. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Wants to go up top. Unloads it downfield. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Zings it complete to the right. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Wants to throw again. It's complete to the left. If they're going to keep covering him like that, they're just going to keep going to it.
Yeah, and it's so hard because you want to stay back and take away the weapons outside to the wide receivers, but when this guy's going to be able to catch the football and he makes plays like this, now I'm going to have to maybe go play more man, bring a guy to him, and not let him get those open touches.
Well, that guy is so quick coming out of his stance. Did you see how fast he got to the ball carrier to get that tackle for loss? Wow.
It's 3rd down, and they have to get it to the 42 to move the sticks. He wants to change this route. Off play action. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. The Sooners will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. That ball will make its way out of bounds, and they'll mark it dead at the 15. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Wide open downfield. Right down the gut of the field. He's at the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Baylor!
Man, I've been really impressed with this offense this first half. Coming in a hostile environment, hostile crowd. Man, they haven't given them anything to cheer about. Offense, defense.
So what you gonna do if it don't freeze over?
And these people are eerily...
Who is yelling like that? That's what I want to know. Who is yelling like that? Scaring me.
It was my TikTok, bro. He said scaring me.
Let me see. What you gonna do if it don't freeze over? Who is that?
The drive starts on their own 25-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Motion from the wideout. Trying play action. Got away from trouble
Oh,
down the sideline. Couldn't
missed.
make the
Brooms.
connection there with
Why
the
would you?
defense, putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Fires to the middle. Another incompletion on third down.
Another
Ah, what a
touchdown.
great play by the defense. Listen, that's why he plays defense. Yes, I get it. I get the jokes. Defensive guys can't catch real well. But the offense, they caught a big-time break right there. That could have been disaster on their side of the field. Could have been a big turnover that led to points.
Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Wants to go up top on first down. Got him downfield. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Finds his big tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Bunch formation for these receivers. They'll go to work in the air on second down.
Oh, I ain't see him.
Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Got room on the return.
Damn, I ain't see him.
Crosses midfield. They finally get him down, but
Oh, I see his ass.
not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position.
Man, what a play. Now you're setting your offense up for great position, but you want to make big plays as a defense. Not only make big plays, return it a long way down the field. You wanted a touchdown, obviously, but you set your offense up in great scoring position.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Gets the back moving. Wasting no time throwing on this drive.
Man.
Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll throw again after the incompletion. He's going to run it. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Looking to throw on first down. Here comes the heat. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. And as the first half draws near to a close, here.
Damn! Fuck!
No good. Missed the field goal, but still up by 3 touchdowns at 21 points. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Sooners will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Wasn't quite able to shake loose as he steps out of bounds at the 22. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Looking to throw on first down. He'll pull it down. Quarterback's got the first. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
And how about this quarterback, man? He's showing you a little bit of everything. He's had a great day throwing the football, spinning it around, scoring touchdowns, and now shows you he can
Damn.
pick him up and put him down, scrambling for the first down. He's had a day where he's really showing you he can do all things on the football field.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the
Open space in the middle. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown Bears! You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll start this drive with a pass. Here's a heat. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Dumps it to the back. Makes the grab on the left. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down.
Oh shit. That nigga moving fast.
Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown Sooners. The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They still have the lead, but a productive drive.
Oh, niggas didn't even try to block, bro.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
He's looking deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because
Oh, he's got some space. Touchdown, Baylor! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, when you've got a quarterback that has this type of ability, there's no question what your strategy is going to be week in, week out, right? They want to throw the football. They want to hurt you with their ability to push it downfield through the air. 3 passing TDs in this one already.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable in its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
The offense changing the play. Looking downfield on first down. Fires it incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Second down, they'll go to the air. A little release to the back. On his feet at the 40. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Beautifully thrown ball. Terrific catch, and they'll have the 1st down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
To the air on first down. They get to him as he throws.
Oh.
He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
And these are the plays that you look back on tape, and everybody's like, nice work, nice toughness, Q. Standing there.
Doesn't make sense now.
Hold on to the ball till the guy comes over, feed him, and get the 6.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. He's in open space downfield. Run out of bounds at the 31, and the special teams doing their job to set up the O. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They still have a cushion, but you don't want to feed that hope with unproductive drives. And explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
And there's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. The Bears in the hurry up. Short throw to the
Man,
side.
get upfield, nigga.
And he's out of bounds after picking up a couple.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
The snap sets up to throw. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
You've heard us talk about it a million times. Find the tight end in the red zone. Use the big bodies, right? Well, they do. And he drops it. God, that is not normal for the tight end position. These are the guys you depend on.
Touchdown Bears! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And he's in for his 3rd rushing touchdown. For college fantasy football players, that is what you want to see. +6, +6, +6. Let's go.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. Now on second down. Gonna let it fly. And it's incomplete. Going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Quarterback may change this route. A strike downfield. There he goes down the right side. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown Sooners. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live for the results, because everything else ain't working anyway.
And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. The give to the tailback. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. That's the end of the period. Baylor is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Back to pass. Going for the big play.
Man, fuck.
They can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the
Why
right
can
to
I
take
not get
more
the
shots.
ball
I
all the
think
way
that's
out
what you're
there?
seeing now in this game. Where
Why
you're
is it
going,
always
still
short?
throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing him throw it vertically downfield.
So,
It's
let's keep the
incomplete,
ball,
and
man.
this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. And the Bears decide to punt it away. Sends his first one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Here come the Sooners, ready to go on offense. He's got an open man. Slips one guy
Damn,
down.
this nigga's going off the same RPO shit.
Touchdown, Oklahoma. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
And QBs love their big tight ends, especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggum receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often than this one.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. shotgun, they'll run it. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. They're working that
God
right side.
damn, bro.
He stopped at the 23.
Ugh.
Still a ways to go to pick up the first down. The Bears will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going. There he goes. And a nice pickup on the line and gets down to avoid contact.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
Using his legs, it's Burke. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, and they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive attack. Come downhill, go get the running back, get him on the ground.
The Sooners have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Working that left side now. They'll wrestle him down.
Oh,
Just short of
gosh,
first
man.
down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
And on offense right now, you're at a juncture here in the game in the 4th quarter, trailing the way you are. You can't punt anymore. Execution has got to be at a premium, and on that 4th down, they're able to hook up, move the sticks, and keep this momentum going.
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. And the Sooners are marching down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. It's complete. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut
Boy,
into this big lead.
85 just a walk through. I'm hoping these niggas.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He wants to throw it again. It's complete to the left.
1st and goal is crazy.
He'll have enough yardage for a first down. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They'll go to the air.
That's 85 just a walk through. I'm hoping these niggas.
You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
He's looking to throw.
This nigga supposed to be right there.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? the 15. Here's the return. He's brought down after a good return. Gets it out to the 31. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Direct snap. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wants to go up top.
Oh, I started lagging. Oh, come on, bro.
They make the
Why am
stop.
I lagging?
A lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
Shit.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that
Such
when
a
you get
terrible
him,
time to lag.
you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They want that clock to run. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. And the Bears just want to hold on to this ball for the final minute. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. To the ground to try to move the chains. He gets enough for the first down. Crowd is silent. Chains are moving. Clock still going.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Well, let's hope he just throws this one away. It's complete on the right side. And that is how we will wrap this one up.